One sip in the morning triggered a heart attack in a 69-year-old woman who thought she was protecting her heart. Her name was Dorothy, a retired teacher from Ohio. She walked every day, ate oatmeal, took her vitamins religiously, especially the one labeled for heart health. But that morning, just minutes after breakfast, she felt a tightness in her chest, then numbness in her left arm. Within seconds, she collapsed. There were no warnings the day before. Her blood pressure had been normal. Her doctor said she was doing great. But inside her arteries, something silent had been building for months, stiffening her vessel walls, disrupting her heart's natural rhythm. What was the trigger? A simple over-the-counter supplement taken at the wrong time in the wrong way that tipped the balance. And Dorothy is not alone. Every year, thousands of seniors experience what doctors call a silent heart attack. No drama, no chest-grabbing moment, just fatigue, dizziness, cold hands, or light palpitations. Most brush it off as aging until it's too late. If you or someone you love is over 60 and takes daily vitamins, especially those claiming to support heart health, don't skip this. What you're about to learn might prevent a silent heart attack tonight. Let me show you what's really going on inside your blood, your arteries, your cells, and why the pills you trust might be doing more harm than good. Because when it comes to your heart, sometimes the danger isn't what you feel, but what you don't. Your blood isn't just red liquid. It's electricity in motion. Every heartbeat sends billions of tiny electrical signals through a river of minerals, enzymes, and water. A perfect balance your body fights to maintain every second. But here's the problem. Aging changes everything. After age 60, three things tend to decline: hydration, enzyme efficiency, and liver metabolism. Yet very few seniors are told this. Even fewer know that these shifts quietly change how their bodies handle supplements. Most older adults have thicker, slower-moving blood. Their enzyme systems, especially those in the liver and gut, are less active. Their bile is weaker, making it harder to digest fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. And their kidneys, often under silent stress from years of medication, are slower to flush out excess nutrients. Now imagine taking a high-dose vitamin, especially one meant to boost heart health, into that system. Instead of support, you create overload. Your heart, liver, and vessels are asked to work harder, while already running at 70% capacity. Vitamin D, for example, is fat-soluble. Once taken, it's stored, not flushed. And if taken in excess, especially without cofactors like magnesium or vitamin K2, it sends calcium into the bloodstream without direction. But your bloodstream is not a highway. It's a fragile, living river. That free-floating calcium, it settles into vessel walls, joint linings, soft tissues. Over time, arteries stiffen. The pulse becomes rigid. The heart, trying to compensate, beats harder. Pressure rises, and the electrical charge between each cell begins to misfire. It's like a circuit board with crossed wires. What once sparked rhythm now sparks chaos. This is what creates the perfect storm for silent heart attacks, especially during early morning hours when hydration is low and cortisol spikes. A study in the American Journal of Cardiology confirmed this. Adults over 65 who took over 4,000 IU of vitamin D daily had significantly increased coronary artery calcification. More calcium, less flexibility, greater pressure, a higher risk of vessel rupture or clot. Another study from the Cleveland Clinic found that seniors on statins or ACE inhibitors who added vitamin E had 35% more risk of developing arrhythmias, irregular rhythms that often precede sudden cardiac arrest. Still think more vitamins mean better health? Here's the truth no one tells you. Supplements are not neutral. They carry biochemical consequences, especially when introduced to aging cells and tired livers. When the enzyme pathways that metabolize these vitamins are blocked, slowed, or saturated, vitamins don't help, they harm. Your cells rely on homeostasis, that is, a constant internal balance of minerals, enzymes, pH, and electrical charge. But the wrong vitamin at the wrong time disrupts that harmony. The liver diverts blood to detox. The heart receives less oxygen, and suddenly one cell misfires, then another, then another. This chain reaction doesn't always feel dramatic. Sometimes it shows up as a cold sweat at 3 a.m., an unusual heaviness in your chest while tying your shoes, tingling fingers while you lie down. These aren't random aging signs, they're early symptoms of a silent heart attack. So if you've been wondering what can cause a heart attack, especially when you're walking daily, eating salads, and doing everything right, the answer may be hidden in your supplement drawer. Because it's not about how much health support you take. It's about how well your cells can absorb, process, and clear it. And when your liver's backed up, your kidneys overwhelmed, your blood thick, and your enzymes weak, even the best intentions can backfire. The good news? You can reverse it. But first, you have to understand it. Because your body doesn't need more pressure. It needs more wisdom in how you support it. Mistake number 1. Taking vitamins without understanding your liver or your body's need for balance. Mr. Charles was 72, a retired mailman from Ohio. Up every morning at 6, walked his dog, made oatmeal, took his daily pills, 5,000 IU of vitamin D and 2 calcium tablets. One morning after breakfast, he collapsed on his front porch. Heart attack. Out of nowhere. His blood pressure had been fine, cholesterol controlled. So what went wrong? When his labs came back, doctors found something alarming. Calcium levels were elevated, but his bones were brittle. His arteries, though, had hardened. That calcium wasn't going where it was needed. It was getting stuck in the walls of his arteries. Here's why. High levels of vitamin D push calcium into the bloodstream, but without enough magnesium or vitamin K2, critical enzyme cofactors, your body can't guide that calcium into your bones. Instead, it floats, sticks, builds. Over time, it narrows the arteries and raises the risk of a clot, especially in the morning when blood is dehydrated and thick. Without magnesium, the enzyme that activates vitamin D can't function properly. And without K2, calcium transport proteins like osteocalcin stay inactive. So calcium wanders aimlessly like a traveler without a map, and the artery wall becomes its shelter. Most men over 60 already have lower magnesium, and almost no one takes K2. Charles didn't, and he paid the price. He survived, barely, but he now lives with a pacemaker and daily fatigue. Charles later told me, "I thought I was building strong bones, not clogging my heart." This is one of the most overlooked heart attack symptoms in men. A seemingly normal morning, followed by silence, collapse, and emergency intervention. Mistake number 2. Mixing over-the-counter supplements with prescription meds. Mrs. Julia, 67, had high blood pressure and mild heart valve issues. Her doctor put her on aspirin and a beta blocker. She read an article about vitamin E for heart health and added it to her routine. Within a week, she felt pressure in her chest. Not a sharp pain, just tightness, fatigue, shortness of breath after climbing stairs. Doctors ran tests. The diagnosis, microvascular angina, a form of heart stress where tiny vessels lose function. The culprit, a chemical collision in her blood. Vitamin E is a powerful natural blood thinner. When you add it to aspirin, statins, ACE inhibitors, or beta blockers, it can quietly overthin the blood or destabilize blood pressure. In seniors, this isn't just risky, it's deadly. Seniors often have thinner vessel walls, slower clotting, and more sensitive blood pressure fluctuations. Adding supplements without testing, even just natural ones, is like guessing which wire to cut in a bomb. Julia never had a clotting panel done. No one warned her about INR levels, but one simple blood test could have saved her from the emergency room. She thought she was helping her heart, but she ended up in the ER, her vessels overstretched, her heart rhythm unstable. She now has to avoid all supplements and checks her clotting time monthly. Vitamins for heart health are only helpful if your medications and metabolism can handle them. Most over 60 bodies can't, at least not in high doses or mixed blindly. Mistake number 3. Taking vitamins on an empty stomach, or worse, before bed. You may think that popping your pill in the morning is healthy, or taking it at night to absorb while you sleep. But here's the biology. When you wake up, your body is in a mild state of dehydration. Blood is thick, arteries tense. The heart has to beat harder just to maintain pressure. Taking synthetic vitamins during that window, especially D, E, or niacin, creates what we call a metabolic spike. Your liver suddenly receives a fat-soluble load. Your blood gets thicker, and the heart has to adjust fast. Now at night, it's even worse. That's when your heart rate drops, blood circulation slows, your organs go into repair mode. Introducing synthetic vitamins in this window can disrupt detoxification, raise nighttime blood pressure, and increase the risk of nocturnal heart attack. The idea that more vitamins it's more protection is a myth. In reality, timing, hydration, and enzyme readiness matter far more than dosage. Your liver and kidneys are on a schedule. When you take vitamins off sync, you overload organs that are meant to rest, not filter toxins at midnight. In fact, many silent cardiac events happen between 4 and 6 a.m. Right after a nighttime dose the body couldn't process. One viewer messaged us, "I used to take my multivitamin before bed. It helped me sleep, I thought. But now I realize I was waking up anxious, heart racing, short of breath." It's not what you take. It's when, with what, and whether your blood is ready for it. What is the reason of heart attack? It's often not disease. It's the collision between good intentions and misunderstood biology. And those early whispers, shortness of breath, cold fingers, racing heart at bedtime, those aren't random. They are symptoms of heart attack in disguise. Instead of 6 pills every morning, what if you could protect your heart with just a few bites of real food? That's what Mrs. Evelyn asked herself. At 70, she was tired, not from aging, but from chasing pills. 1 for blood pressure, 1 for energy, 2 for heart health, a multivitamin, a fish oil. She followed her routine strictly, ate low fat, walked, took her supplements with water at 7 a.m. Still, by noon she felt chest heaviness, brain fog, unease in her gut. Then one day, she stopped. Slowly, with her doctor's support, she replaced the pills with a new morning ritual: warm lemon water, a few raw walnuts, sautéed spinach with garlic, half an avocado, no drugs, no powders, just food. Within 2 weeks, she reported something she hadn't felt in years: calm, energy, clear thinking. Her blood pressure normalized. The weight in her chest disappeared. Why did it work? Because your body doesn't want more chemicals. It wants balance, minerals, enzymes, hydration, in a form it recognizes. To protect your heart naturally, the first step is to alkalize your blood. When your blood is too acidic, from stress, poor sleep, sugar, processed meat, it becomes sticky. Inflammation builds. Oxygen delivery slows, your heart strains. But real foods can reverse that. Lemon, celery, cucumber, dark leafy greens like kale and watercress. They aren't miracle foods, they are basic biological support. They reduce acid load, increase fluidity, and help blood carry oxygen more effectively. As we age, our kidneys and lungs, 2 organs that help maintain blood pH, lose efficiency. A small imbalance that your body could easily fix at 40 becomes a daily struggle at 70. That's why seniors feel tired after meals or dizzy after climbing stairs. It's not just aging, it's metabolic acidity, slowing oxygen to your brain and heart. When you start your day with warm lemon water or cucumber juice, you're not just hydrating, you're stabilizing your blood's electrical pH. It's like tuning the piano before playing. You get harmony, not chaos. Next, fix your electrolyte balance. Most seniors are deficient in potassium and magnesium, 2 minerals that help regulate blood pressure and heart rhythm. Instead of adding pills, choose mineral-rich foods: bananas, beets, avocados, coconut water, and add a pinch of pink Himalayan salt or sea salt to your morning water. Not table salt, real salt. It contains trace elements your body uses to conduct electrical signals. Think of electrolytes like spark plugs for your heart. Magnesium tells your muscles when to relax. Potassium keeps your heartbeat steady. Sodium regulates fluid in and out of cells. When these are missing, especially in seniors who sweat less, drink less, and digest less, you get arrhythmia, cramps, fatigue, and pressure spikes. Even a few slices of avocado or a pinch of mineral salt in warm water can create a noticeable change in circulation and clarity. Finally, support your liver's detox system, because without it, even the best food becomes toxic clutter. Your liver breaks down excess hormones, old blood cells, environmental toxins, and yes, synthetic vitamins. But most over 60 livers are overworked and undernourished. Help it out. Add ginger tea, a dash of turmeric to your soup, a few bites of bitter melon or arugula. Try small amounts of fermented foods, sauerkraut, plain kefir, miso. These help restore enzyme activity, bile flow, and nutrient absorption. Your liver produces over 500 chemical reactions daily. It filters 1.5 liters of blood per minute, but with age, fat accumulation, low bile, and synthetic overload, slow everything down. When your liver is slow, toxins recirculate, blood thickens, your heart works harder. Even a half cup of fermented vegetables daily can improve vitamin clearance, reduce LDL cholesterol, and support better sleep. Remember, your blood isn't dirty, it's overwhelmed. Let me ask you, what does your morning look like? Do you start with calm, hydration, nourishment, or pills, stiffness, confusion? Tell me in the comments what's one thing you're willing to change this week. Because the food you choose isn't just nutrition, it's communication. Your body listens, and it responds. What if your next 7 mornings could change the next 7 years of your heart health? You don't need to buy anything new. You don't need to fear every pill. You just need a clear, natural daily rhythm, one your body already understands but may have forgotten. Let's walk through one full day of heart-healing habits. Morning. Start your day with 500 milliliters of warm lemon water with a pinch of pink Himalayan salt. This hydrates your blood, balances electrolytes, and signals your liver to start its cleansing cycle. Next, step outside for 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight. This supports your natural vitamin D rhythm, not a mega pill, but a natural dose your body knows how to process. Then, enjoy a simple breakfast. 1 boiled egg, a handful of fresh spinach, half an avocado, a small bowl of blueberries. This combination stabilizes morning blood sugar, nourishes your brain, and supports artery function, all without a single synthetic vitamin. Midday lunch should be light but nutrient-dense. Think wild salmon or tofu, kale or chard, beetroot, a drizzle of olive oil. If you need to take a vitamin, this is the time. Only take vitamin D or K2 if your doctor recommends it, and always with a meal that includes healthy fats to aid absorption. Then, move gently. A 15-minute walk, light gardening, or Tai Chi. Movement helps deliver nutrients where they're needed and clears the excess before they can clog. Evening. As the day winds down, give your heart a chance to reset. Start with a light stretching session or 5 minutes of deep breathing. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 7. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 8. This calms the nervous system, lowers evening blood pressure, and prepares the heart for restful recovery. Dinner should be light, steamed vegetables, brown rice or quinoa, a slice of fermented pickles or kimchi. Absolutely avoid taking any fat-soluble vitamin, especially D, E, A after 4 p.m. At night, your liver and kidneys slow down. Giving them more to process only burdens the system and increases the chance of metabolic spikes. Foods to avoid altogether. Heart-healthy breakfast bars packed with synthetic niacin, calcium-fortified cereals with added sugars, multivitamins containing 500% or more of your daily value for fat-soluble vitamins. These seem healthy, but they often disrupt the delicate balance your body is trying to restore. If you've been looking for a diet for congestive heart failure or a diet for heart health, it starts here, with simplicity, consistency, and respect for your body's natural rhythm. Give yourself 7 days. Try this full-day pattern. Watch how your energy shifts, how your mornings feel lighter, how your blood pressure behaves, how your chest loosens. Keep a journal, track the difference. And if you notice something powerful, even subtle, share it with someone you love, because what heals one heart might save another. Frank Miller was 75 when he had his second stroke. The Vietnam veteran, he had lived through combat, survived cancer, and raised 4 children. But after that second stroke, he couldn't button his shirt. His right leg dragged. The doctors gave him more prescriptions, more pills. His kitchen counter looked like a pharmacy, and every morning he swallowed them. Not with hope, but with fear. I was doing everything right, he told me. So why was I getting worse? One day his wife, a quiet woman named Ruth, brought him a journal article. It was about heart health for seniors and the hidden dangers of supplement overload. She asked him, what if it's not your age, but the things you're taking? That night, they cleaned out the medicine cabinet. No more high-dose vitamins. No more heart health pills from late-night commercials. Just water, lemon, a little sea salt, real food, sunlight, walks, breath. The change wasn't instant, but it was real. Within 2 months, Frank was walking a mile every morning. No cane, no pills, no pressure spikes. Every Sunday, he dances in the park with Ruth, slow, steady, with a smile that says, I got my life back. You don't need 10 pills. You need 10 minutes of sunlight, a real meal, a liver that's not overwhelmed. And most of all, the courage to trust your body again, because your heart doesn't need more pressure. It needs more care. So if you're over 60 and your counter is lined with vitamins, stop. Ask the deeper question. Are you healing or just hoping? Comment heal below if you're ready to simplify your heart health. Download the free checklist, How to Prevent Silent Heart Attacks Naturally, created just for seniors like you. And don't forget to subscribe to Healing Over 60, where every video is made with science, care, and no hidden agenda. Just the truth for your brain, your heart, and your future. Because it's never too late to choose clarity over confusion, food over fear, healing over habit. And if this video helped you see things differently, send it to someone you love. Your share might be the reason they skip a pill and take a walk instead. Sometimes the best supplements for heart health are already in your fridge, or outside your window, or waiting in a moment of peace, if only you slow down enough to find them.